Hello, welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment and the sports capital of the world, and my co-host Shelly Stevens, a beautiful Shelly Stevens. Today is going to be a fun day.
Always fun.
We're going to have a nice show about people in general because, Shelly and I, we're about caring for people out there. We're about helping people get on their feet, get them on the right track. And of course, it helps us we feel good about ourselves too as well,
Absolutely.
When you help people, you feel special. So, we don't do it to try to gain anything or monetize on it. We just try to just help people. It's nothing like helping people out there, Shelly.
Absolutely, That's why I wish my grandkids were here with me, but we'll see them in September. This is September already, so we'll see them soon at the end of the month when we go to see you get your Hall of Fame award in Atlantic City.
Oh, unbelievable. That'd be amazing.
I'm looking forward to that.
Getting into the Hall of Fame in Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
That was where I did my first World Championship fight in Atlantic City back in 1982.
Yeah.
It was Aaron Pryor versus Miguel Montilla.
Okay.
And that was my first title fight. My dream was to do one world title fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
And when I retired, 176 world title fights. Can you believe that? 176? And those are the four major bodies. I don't count those international or Latin American or Asian Pacific championship. I don't count those championship fights. I count the four major bodies: WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO. Those are the main ones, And I'm helping a lot of people in boxing just to try to get people on the right track. There's a lot of good things happening, a lot of good changes in boxing. And there's a big fight coming up this weekend, the 13th. They're coming next weekend.
Is that the big one?
Yeah, Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, he's fighting Terence Crawford. And people say, Joe, you're an expert. I said, you know what? My mentality, I still think like an official. I never pick sides.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from that. All I can say is that Terence Crawford is undefeated. And he's going up from 147. He's going up two weight classes to 168, where Canelo's been at for what? But don't forget, Canelo started at 147 as well. But he worked his way up to 154, 147, 154, and 168. And he went up as light heavyweight, 175. So, Crawford is going to be in there with a guy who's a heavier hitter than most fighters that Crawford's been fighting at 147. So it could be a big difference. But, it's going to be an interesting fight. I don't pick sides. Well, like I say, let the best man win because I'm fair, but I'm firm.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I say. Let the best man win.
Wesley is looking so much forward to this fight.
Wesley, tell people who Wesley is.
Wesley, my husband, we performed together. We've been married for like over 40 years. And he's been a big boxing fan forever. And he tried to teach me things.
I tell you, if he was not a musician that he turned out to be with the Commodore and the stylistic, he probably would have been a good fighter. Because he's pretty big. He's probably about 240 pounder. He probably would be, I would bring him down. If I get him to work out, he'd be down to about 215.
Oh my God! Don't tell him that. He'll be going to the gym with you next week.
Good guy. But there's so many good people out there that we always try to help out. I go to the Joe Brown's luncheon they have every month, the first Wednesday of every month. Joe Brown here in Las Vegas. He was a retired attorney. I can't say really retired 100% because he's still a consultant for his law firm with Joe Brown and his people. But Joe Brown, he was the individual. He was a commissioner here in Las Vegas, boxing commission. When I was active for a referee, he got a liking to me. And when I got inducted to the International Hall of Fame, where I got my ring with Sylvester Stallone, Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez, Nacho Bernstein, Kazoo Zhu, we all got inducted. The six of us got inducted together that day, 2011. Joe Brown was up there in New York.
Wow.
He went up there. He went up there with the son of a governor of Tennessee. He spent the whole weekend up there, and when we had the parade prior to the induction, we had a parade that morning down in Canastota, and Joe Brown, I put him in my car. He was at the front seat, and I was in the back waving, and Sylvia and my grandson Bryce, another guy coming up now. We'll talk about him in a minute. And we were waving to the crowd going on kind of sort of. It was a great day. But Joe Brown was there. And I'll tell you, Joe Brown's always been so close to me. I mean, he's a real nice, humble man. And the people that go to our luncheon the first Wednesday of every month, amazing. They're good people. You got a lot of politicians, a lot of business people, doctors, lawyers, all kinds of people go to our luncheon. And he has a speaker once a month. And I was a speaker for him 2 years ago. Everybody want to know about my background, so I told them the whole story, for almost an hour speech that I had to make. But it was interesting. But Joe Brown, you go to that place at the 800 Hotel, the people there are so nice and kind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody just so like a family thing. They had like 150, 200 people there every luncheon that he has.
Yeah.
And you meet a lot of nice folks there, and they'll come up to you. And people that were the owner of the hotel, the son, and the employees that work there, even the housekeepers that as he walked by.
Yeah.
And I mean, people just so nice.
We love it there too.
Yeah.
I remember the time you took us with you to one of the luncheons there, and then because of that, we got to sing the national anthem at another luncheon that they had there as well. I love you.
Talking about national anthem, there's a guy named Wayne. And he sings the national anthem. We had him on the show here one time. The guy Wayne can sing the national anthem better than anybody I've ever heard in my life. He'll be good for the Golden Knights to have him perform singing the national anthem. He got a voice. I mean, everybody's already standing up, so he gets an ovation when it's over, like you never heard before from somebody singing the national anthem. But Wayne's a good guy, and we meet so many people now. You perform at Lolo's every Saturday from 6.
That's our home away from home.
From 6 to 10.
That's where we are.
I remember when I first went there, Lola was the original owner. Okay? Lola, what's her last name? Pacorni, okay. Pacorni. And Lola, she still goes there, even though she sold the place to her manager, which is TJ.
Yeah.
Right? And the cook in the back was Carlos.
Her husband.
And they both own that beautiful restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so nice to people. They're caring, always reaching out. They always come out. They either dance together, they come to the table, say hello to everybody at the table.
Yeah.
It's so nice. It makes you feel like a family place.
It is. Lola came and stopped by last week too, and we always have people up and dancing and just having a good time. It's like one of our favorite places.
It is. I like it there. I like the people there, and I like the feeling, the warm feeling of people. You see people coming into that door, they're already looking for who's there because they're like regulars, and they always bring extra people with them.
Yeah.
We had Shannon, a Nordstrom that comes in. She's running for council.
Yeah, she's a judge too. Yeah,
she was a judge, and now she's running for council Ward 2. And she's an amazing person. And she was at the lunch with me on Wednesday. She sat right next to me, and she was at the restaurant Saturday night. Last Saturday night.
Yeah.
And she's an individual that's really, really nice and caring with everybody out there. I can see she's always trying to help people out. That's my kind of people,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and like while we're talking about Lola's, we need to shout out some special people that work there. Lori is best hostess ever.
Exactly.
She makes everybody feel so welcome.
And we have Jay, who's hospitalized right now. We're hoping for speedy recovery for him. Hopefully.
Justin, yeah.
I hope he makes it, because I hear he's in bad shape, but our prayers are with him.
Absolutely.
But, can we have a little clip of a little people at Lola's, how happy everybody is? I mean, everybody just...
Everybody up and dancing.
Yeah.
Even the little doggy, look.
That's
amazing.
Our people. That's amazing. People, they're happy. Everybody to your music. They love your music. You guys play all kinds of music.
Yeah.
From the 60s to today.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. A little bit of everything. People say, man, not only Motown stuff, even though you guys grew up in that era, but you guys sing a little bit of everything because everybody says, can you sing this song for me? So everybody has, can you sing that? Can you sing that? All kinds of songs, and you sing them all. How do you get to remember all those words?
Well, actually, okay, I'll tell you my secret. Yeah. Okay, since we performed on cruise ships for 23 years, as you might know, and once you realize that the passengers will come on, they'll be there for just a week, but they might have requests, and they have requests of songs that you don't know, but you'll learn them because they're with you all week.
Oh, okay.
So I have this book. I call it my musical Bible, and I handwrite all the lyrics to all the songs they want because, of course, it's like kind of impossible to try to learn 100 songs a week, without remembering the words. So I have this book, and the book grows. It's like this big, with all these lyrics, and I call it my musical Bible.
Oh.
So whenever somebody calls up a request and I don't remember it, then I will pop into the book and find the words, and that's how I do it. That's the only way you can do it, performing to so many different people, for just a week, and then new people come on each week.
Every week. Everybody,
and I love to do their
everybody
requests.
has a request for certain songs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, talking about requests, I requested my grandson, Bryce, the week before last. He played for the Vegas Nighthawks. Mm-hmm. And I requested, Bryce, I want you, and I know you've been playing with the Canadian Argonauts, but they had to get rid of 20 American players. You were one of them because you were one of the last one to come on. He's a defensive back for the Canadian Argonauts. But then he was with the Vegas Nighthawks last year. He got Rookie of the Year last year.
Yeah.
And Bryce graduated from Purdue University. I remember going there and watching what they at Purdue. And there were 70,000 fans there. It was amazing, And just the entry to the when they come into when they got to the grounds of Purdue, they brought him in from wherever they were at, and they brought him in on a bus, and then they like a train, and they call them the Boilermakers. It was a train, big train, and all this noise of the horns and the smoke coming out of the big train coming down the street into the stadium, the Purdue Stadium. And it was amazing. But now this year I said, Bryce, I would like for you guys to win the championship this year. If you guys can do it, it would be so nice for you. It'd be good for your career, for your resume. You say, Grandpa, I'm going to try my best. I've been trying hard every year. And you know what? They won the Western Conference 3 weeks ago in California, and now here in Las Vegas. And now last week they won the national championship for the
amazing.
Indoor Football League.
I think we might have a couple pictures of Bryce holding the trophy as well, too.
Yeah, let's see if he got Bryce with his trophy and a little speech he made.
Oh, yeah, and then they had the party for him. Look at you taking a picture of him.
Oh, yeah, I got the red hat on.
Yeah, it was at the M Resort. They had a big party for all the fans to come out in Vegas, and it was so nice. It was spectacular.
It was a victory party, yeah.
We had such a great time, and Bryce is like so sweet and so kind. He, stepped away. We took a picture together with Bryce as well, and we just always have fun. Oh, look, there we go. Yeah, it was a great night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a great night at the M Hotel, and we want to thank them for giving the opportunity for the Vegas Nighthawks to participate in that event. I was so proud of him, because, we have your grandson. I would say, I told Sylvia, Sylvia, if I know we're going to love our grandchildren so much, we would have had them first. Because you love these kids so much. These kids are just so special, the grandchildren. I had about 4 grandchildren and 1 great-granddaughter, and I'm still only 18 years old, Well, at least I feel that way anyway.
You are in spirit.
I still got a little spark of the old flash.
Yes, you do.
After being an amateur fighter for about 4 years in the amateurs, and winning my championships in New York, my Golden Glove Championships, Spanish Golden Glove Championship, Eastern's Nationals, my brother Mike and I both. And then I turned pro when I was 18. And I had a good career. It was okay. I didn't get the opportunities that I wanted to be a champion, a world champion in professional boxing. So, when I retired with 18-1 record, I won 18. I didn't get knocked out. I didn't even touch the canvas, not even once. So I never hit the canvas, never got stopped, never got cut, never got bruised up real bad. I was like, hit and don't get hit. I would hit you, boom, 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 and I was gone, and you couldn't catch me. Before you know it, I was winning these fights. Back in the amateurs, only 3 rounds, right? Some of them were 5 rounds, AAU fights. But, I became a referee back in 1977, and maybe that was my calling, doing so many championship fights and meeting so many people around the world. And I had the honor of meeting so many celebrities.
Yeah.
I remember one day I was sitting down, ready to go do a fight. And I was sitting down at ringside. I got a tap on the shoulder. I looked over. It was Sylvester Stallone with Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard. I refereed Sugar Ray Leonard's last fight.
Wow.
When he fought Camacho. That's the only time he was stopped when he won his whole career. And I had to stop it when he fought Camacho in Atlantic City. And so anyway, he says, Joe, I'm doing a movie, Rocky Balboa. I want you to be my referee. I said, wow, really? He said, Joe, I really want you to be my referee for this fight. He said, okay. And about a week later, I gave my phone number. A week later, I got a call from MGM Studios. And I don't have an agent. I never did.
Right.
And he gave me the opportunity to be the referee and a consultant to help him out with I brought in 23 extras, real boxing people into the movie. Mm-hmm. And he said, Joe, I want this boxing scene to look authentic. I want it to look like nothing before in my other Rocky movies. I said, you want me to help you? I get you real people. And I started calling up the cut man, managers, trainers, some fighters, some judges, timekeepers, and all that. I got 23 extras, and it looked so authentic on the screen. And that's what he wanted, and I gave it to him.
Wow.
It was a great experience, People say, did you ever speak with Sylvester Stallone? Come on, I spent 6 days with him, 10, 12-hour days with him, filming the boxing scene. So, I got to meet him personally one-on-one. He's a hell of a guy, good man. He was good to all the staff, everybody. He was just so special. And I got to give him a lot of credit and thank him for giving me the opportunity to be in our movie. And I remember getting a call from Eddie Murphy, same thing. At the fights, Joe, do the movie. You gonna be by the hand. Joe, I want you my referee. That's how it happened. I did same thing with Tony Banderas. He did a movie called Play to the Bone. Eddie Murphy was I Spy. Tony Banderas was Play to the Bone.
Yeah.
And then I did one where I was speaking part, and the last one was Undisputed with Wesley Snipes. It was a prison movie. Wesley Snipes was in prison, and he beat some guy in prison, and that guy that came out of prison was Vin Rames. When he came out of prison, Vin Rames went to the pros, and he became heavyweight champion of the world. And that was part of that movie, and I was the referee in that segment of the movie at the end of the movie.
Wow.
But it was good. So it was a great experience, And the thing is, like I said before, guys, it's just about being kind to people, loving, be sincere, and be for real, You have to love people out there. Love yourself first, of course. There's a God, and God watches over you. Everything you do out there, try to do the best you can. I got people in boxing today. I got a girl, Lola, we had her on the show not too long ago. Not Lola, Delilah.
Delilah Matos.
Yeah.
That's my new friend.
Yeah.
We talk all the time on Facebook.
She's
so
good.
Sweet.
And we're looking to get her involved more and hopefully going to the pro. Her dream is to become a professional referee. And even though she's a female, but there's a lot of females in boxing now are fighting really good.
Oh, yeah.
Layla Ali was good. Then you got Carisha Shields, who was two-time Olympic champion, and she's undefeated right now as a professional with about 19, 20 professional fights. She's a four-time unified champion. So the female boxing really picking up. Then you got Amanda Serrano from Puerto Rico. She fought a couple of months ago. She fought against Katie Taylor from Ireland. It was a hell of a fight. They fought 3 times, and some of the decisions were kind of controversial from the fans, but they were good fights. And you want to watch Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Good fighters, good female fighters. And you know what? And I like to see females more involved with the sport. Not too long ago, we had the first female umpire in baseball, and I think they had one was it football or baseball just recently. And I think that was great. Give women up there an opportunity to get up there. Why not? If they got the talent and they got the ambition, they got the willpower, like Delilah, go for it all the way. You can make it. Anything in life. Don't not only sports and anything. You want to be a singer, like my good friend Shelly here. She was a hell of a singer. She always wanted to be a singer. She was a Broadway first, right?
Yeah, I was doing Broadway musicals back in the day. See, it was too bad we didn't know each other back then, because then you could have made me a ring girl in your movie.
Yeah, well, I probably would have been a Broadway star myself. Get out there.
Yeah, the way you could sing and dance. Yeah, sure.
Well, I don't know. I like to, they had a movie, a play called The West Side Story.
Oh, yeah.
The West Side Story
One of
was
my
very
favorites,
good. One of my favorites. Then we also had Golden Boy.
Yep.
Golden Boy and Sammy Davis. We had that going on Broadway. And my brother Mike, before Golden Boy came out, Mike was Mike Golden Boy Cortez back in the day. He had the best record in the world in boxing. He started okay, but at the end he didn't do too well. But anyway, Sammy Davis, I got a picture at home in my gym. Sammy Davis and my brother Mike together, because they were both at the same time, Golden Boy on Broadway and Mike Golden Boy in the ring.
Wow.
You know? Yeah, so it was pretty nice, you know, with boxing and singing. That all goes hand in hand together, right?
It does, and always makes us meet great, amazing people in both of our careers.
Yeah,
Boxing and entertainment goes hand in hand.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of seniors out there. We see a lot of seniors, especially at the, you got the German American Club that you perform there once a month?
Yeah, we actually, it'll be Tuesdays. Second Tuesday of every month we're at the German American Club.
Yes, here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You got a nice crowd there. I like it. They have a membership there.
Yeah.
And they have food. They serve you food with your entry fee, which I think is what, $12?
$12. You can't beat that.
You can't beat that with a stick, man.
Not at all.
No.
And the fact is there, I love it because we call it Motown and More, because they had asked us to do a Motown show, which is fine with us, but a lot of people make requests, so we don't want to turn anybody down.
No, you guys sing all kinds of music.
Yeah, so that's why we call everything Motown and More, or whatever we're doing and more, just so people don't feel like they can't make a request for a different song, because we love doing all styles of music.
And everybody wants a little bit more.
Yeah.
I want a little bit more of love and hugs and all that. Why not?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Joe Moore Cortez. Yeah.
So you are so funny.
Yeah. But we have to. What we could try to do is just try to be. We're here at the studio here. To me, this is probably the best studio in Las Vegas when it comes to entertainment. Come a location. We got a guy, Rick Manning, he's like a brother to us. He's so kind. He's so generous with everybody, and everybody who's come to done shows here. And I must say, this got to be probably the best place to do your show with Rick Manning.
Yeah, we actually knew Rick before we met you. Rick, he did the show that we did on. It was at the Liberace Mansion. It was a gentleman, Steve. Steve Shore.
Steve Shore, yeah.
Yeah, he had a TV show here called Under the Vegas Sun. And Rick was the producer of that show as well. And so that's how we got to meet Rick. And then when we met you, and you invited us to do your show, and we saw Rick, we're like, oh my God, this is so awesome. And now he's still here with us.
Yeah, he's here with us, and he's a champion. In my book, he's a champion in many ways,
Yeah.
If anybody that has anything bad to say about Rick,
they can't.
Come close to me, and you're going to get, if the right one will get you one, the left one will. Because Rick is our guy.
He's the best.
He's the best out there.
Yes, he is.
Rick Manning, anybody wants to reach out to Rick Manning,
yes.
You can just reach out to him in the studio, and you can get him online. If Rick Manning has a website, he can reach out to the ask for, what's it called? Ask for?
I'll have to look that one up. I can't remember.
Anyway.
Rigel Studios.
Ask for Studios.
Rigel Studios.
Huh?
Rigel Studios.
Oh, Rigel, yeah. Rigel Studios.
R-G-E-L?
R-E-G.
R-I-G-E-L.
R-I-G-E-L. Yes.
Studios.
Yes.
RigelStudios.com, and you can reach out to Rick Manning, and he'll tell you, he give you the best price in town, give you the best service, and go on live like we are right now. We don't do any recording, we don't do any editing. Our stuff is, what you see is what you get,
It sure is.
Everything is just legit here. It's good to see the lighting, the camera, all this camera crew. So many guys I had. How many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys I had filming this. This is unbelievable. And hardly doesn't charge you anything for that.
I know. It's the best.
Anyway, but this is this place to go to reach. RigelStudios.com. You can reach Rick Manning, and he'll give you the best deals and the best service you will ever want to get.
Yeah, weren't you recently at the Ahern, and you ran into some people? This lady that was dressed so cute.
There's a lady who dressed with
Everybody
a hat.
just loves talking to you.
I was at the Joe Brown. Look at this.
Yeah, there they go. They're so cute. Look at her.
Yeah,
I'm like,
amazing.
I think I have that outfit in my closet.
Man, that lady was dressed. She dressed like back in the days of back in the 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I had to stop. I said, "Can I take a picture of you, young lady?" She said, "Of course."
She just gave me an idea for it. I have
Anyway,
that in my
that's what you see.
closet.
That's the way people dressed back in the 40s and 50s. But when this lady walked up into a restaurant where I was at the Aaron Hotel at the Joe Brown's luncheon this past week, Wednesday, and she was there. I said, "Can I take a picture of you?" Because she was just adorable, kind, and she was so flashy with her dress and her hat and her jacket. I mean, it's unbelievable. I always say that people dress nice all the time. It's so important. My mother was taught me, when I was a kid, always dress nice. People will judge you the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, and be honest and sincere with people out there. You can always BS a BS, but you can't. I'm not saying the words out of the air, but just be kind and love it to everybody out there, because people know when you're a phony and when you're for real. And I know that I'm for real. I know Shelly's for real. We've been doing this show together for 1 year, but let's think about the other 5, 6, 7 years that I've been doing these shows. I've been doing shows like this and I don't make any money with it. I do it to help people out and to get people to understand how I feel about humans out there.
Yeah.
I just love people. I love children. I love seniors. I love everybody.
Yeah.
I can see a complete stranger, somebody in the street. How many times I stop strangers in the street just to say hello, just because I like people. I love people. You know, it's good to be that way.
Yeah, we need to talk to Rick and see if we can get some people with the cute little animals that we can bring on at the pet adoption places and stuff.
We get
what do you think, Rick? Can we bring little puppies and kittens in here?
We like to do something with pets, adoption with pets, puppies, cats, whatever.
Yeah, I would love
because people like to share. Some people have too many cats. Hey, talking about how many people I know have a lot of cats. I have a friend named Waspy.
Oh yes,
Waspy, he lives in Chicago. And Waspy started out with one cat, a little orange cat, and then he started getting more cat. But he can do it because he has the money, he has the space to do it. He has 200 cats. Yes, 200 cats. Can you believe that? Waspy, I don't know. I said, what are you going to do with all these cats? He said, Joe, we just started. That's how much we love cats.
Who cleans up after those cats?
He has people that come clean up. There's a big place, like a big barn. He got a big place for cats. He said he spends over $1,500 a month on cat food for those cats.
Oh, my.
Yeah, and that's the way people are. People are just kind, loving. They got so much left to give. They don't know who else to give it to, so he gives it to the cats. And that's the kind of people that I love, because people are just, you got to know how to pick your friends out there. You just don't pick anybody. You got to pick the right ones. If you find yourself around with somebody that has like Lola, she sold our restaurant to TJ. And they're like sisters. They love each other so much.
It was so good to see her last Saturday.
They cover each other's back so much. They're always together. Lola, who even sold it, she still goes there with her boyfriend every weekend. She's always there, and we're happy for that, because that's where we want to see people loving and caring for one another.
I love it at Lola. We bring people together, all races, all religions. No matter what your political view is, we just love each other.
We don't talk politics there. We don't talk religion there. We're there to eat and have fun, dance and sing, and listen to your beautiful voice. Oh my God! You sang a song the other day. People have been watching it over and over again on the YouTube channel and our Facebook channel.
Yeah.
What's the song again?
I Will Always Love You.
I Will Always Love You.
Whitney Houston. It was a request.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah, it was a request.
Give me a couple of those notes.
And I will always love you. I will always love you. Okay, I'll sing away. Sing away Saturday.
You can see that Saturday night for us, because people just love to hear Shelly and her husband Wesley perform that song. It's like people say, "Oh my God, you can hear it 10 times a night." That's how good it is.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah. And again, like I said, Shelly, meeting when I first met you was a blessing. You and your husband Wesley, turned out to be good friends. And our thing is to care and love one another, care for other people out there. My family, you come to our events, parties, and at my house, my daughter's house, we have good time. Everybody said, "Don't forget to invite Shelly and Wesley. They got to come to our party." I said, "Of course." And that's the way it is. With our family, I'm bringing my 3 daughters and my 4 grandchildren and my little one. We're trying to show them. We show them a lot of love and attention and how to be honest, sincere, and never cross the line when it comes to life, and so never cross out. Once you cross that line, you're in trouble. Don't cross the line because people look at you and say, that's the way that person is. But I don't want that person around our circle of friends and family members. So if you guys know out there, if you cross the line, you don't belong in our circle. We like to tell you that every week we have these shows, and next week we'll have a special show with hopefully my grandson Bryce Hampton, who won the National Indoor Football League with the Vegas Hours. Hopefully he'll be on with us
That'll be great.
next week with maybe a couple of his players that won. They're all anxious to share their joy and the victory that they had against the Green Bay Blizzards last week in Arizona. But Vegas Hawks are really a good team in indoor football league. You got to watch them. They perform, when the season is over now. But when they're up there and playing, you got to see that arena is just amazing. The fans, how they just root for the Vegas Hawks. Yeah. With that said, guys, thank you so much for being on our show. We love you so much. And remember, I'm fair, but I'm firm. And she, my undisputed champion, and she can sing. I can tell you that. Or if not, I'll make you ring. Take care. God bless. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. And fair but firm, touch them up.
See you next week.